Hey, we're here, Roger Burnett, Michael Legal. We're here with Frank Popp from PPAW, and we're getting ready to talk about what's going on here in the fine upper Midwest.
In our area of the Midwest, there's a lot of options for distributor-only shows.
Sure.
You know, because we have the new product showcase show that's being run over there.
Yep.
And that's a distributor-only show.
Yep.
It's also a distributor-only show that, you know, is open basically to anyone. You know, because suppliers want, you know, suppliers sell to non-industry, you know.
We don't like to admit that.
Yeah, but they do.
We like to tell you that we look for the right credentials.
They got to make a living too.
You know, it pops up on our computer, there's a security feed, we type in your so-called number, and it comes back and says, oh, we can deal with you now.
Yeah, you know, screen printers and embroiderers like to go to those shows to see the product, and a lot of it, even if they're not in the mugs and the keychains and things like that.
Sure.
But they, you know, there's, generally speaking, at a traveling trade show, there's 6-8 suppliers, wearable suppliers in one place, which they're interested in. But they don't see the need to join PPAW or PPI.
Right.
Sure.
They're just looking for all the shirts in one place.
So your message would be just know your area.
Right.
Yep.
If your competition, you know, is running a trade show for distributors only, less than you are, you're eventually going to go into the radar of a supplier.
Yeah.
Especially today.
We're faced with that at MIPA right now. Mm-hmm. So talk to us a little bit about what some of the fun stuff you've got coming up this year.
One thing we did do recently was our trade show, and we did it in March.
Okay.
In conjunction with PPAC. PPA Chicago show is also an end user. Mm-hmm. So we did it all the same week. It worked out well. We did our show.
It must have took a while to organize that. I mean,
not really. We just jogged our days. You know, the one inconvenience is that suppliers for our show have to start on Sunday night or early Monday morning.
Right.
Where they used to start on Tuesday. Because PPA Chicago shows on Thursday. So we did Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. They did Friday. And we end up in Milwaukee or Madison, which are about the same drive to Chicago.
Right.
And suppliers liked it because it's a week of the same information.
Yeah.
You know, it's you don't bring end user pricing in there and things like that. You don't run around with distributor self-promotion flyers all over the place. It's consistent. So,
sure.
So I think they like that change rather than this week I got to bring an end user, you know, format of some materials. Next week it's not, and
right.
Vice versa. So.
How long have you guys been kind of like mingling?
This is the first time we did it the same week. Yeah.
Wow. And you found it a success. You're going to do it
because
again next
they
year?
moved their show very conveniently. I think they moved. Yeah, pushed it out. They used to have it earlier in February, and ran into a lot of weather issues. Mm-hmm. You know, right now it's nicer in December and January than it is in February.
Very true.
In March, yeah. Except that you know, it seems like I've jogged a little bit. The severe weather.
My July trip.
Pardon me?
Mr. Fort Lauderdale, he doesn't understand anything about what we deal with.
Right? I'm so sorry, guys.
We're hoping to get there.
So, any other fun stuff coming up?
So we did that, and that went really well. We have a family picnic coming up at Bay Beach, and
that's nice.
In Green Bay, at an amusement park. I don't know why there's not 250 people there. We feed them brats, hamburgers.
That's awesome.
You know, veggies.
When is it?
Beans. August 25th.
August 25th.
I might have to be up in Wisconsin for August 25th, man.
Pretty cool.
And bring, you know, some of our association. A lot of us have grandchildren.
Sure.
It's a great grandchildren place. They have a lot of rides for things, and most rides are a quarter.
Oh wow.
Nothing to get in. It costs a quarter. We feed you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It costs 4 quarters to do the Zip and Pippin, which is the roller coaster that came from Graceland, Memphis.
Yeah.
It's now in Green Bay operating.
That's
interesting.
Cool.
So.
Now, how many years have you been doing this?
Last year was first year because last year the first time.
Second annual coming up.
Yeah. Last year the first time more adult activities came around.
Got it.
But everybody's either bringing their kids or their grandchildren.
That's nice.
Yeah. It's really nice. And
we do something like in GSPBA, we'll do a lot of events. We'll do tailgating and for football games and baseball games, and it's nice because you see a lot of people get to bring family.
Yeah.
You know, I get to bring my family too, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And you get to interact on that level, which is nothing to do with business, but at the same time,
sure,
kind of have something a little similar to talk about.
Yeah, and we've been lucky both years. Last year, Wildline donated some, you know, kid toys for kids. you know, little poppers. Remember those
Yeah,
poppers?
the
we
pig
used at
poppers,
PPI?
sure. Yeah.
They did it for us for to hand out to the
The pig popper was something else. Yeah, that's a good one.
High school and down the high school kids enjoyed it more than the little ones at first.
Shooting them at each other, right?
Yeah, you know, under the legs and all. You know.
Is that get run as its own committee to organize that, or is that
Yeah, we have a
something
little
you organize
social.
yourself?
We have a social committee.
Social committee organizes that?
Yeah, that you know, they search around for giveaways. I really want to limit them. I don't want a lot of stuff and deal with that. I want it.
You don't have to stuff the bags.
Well,
I
if you're
just don't
carrying
wanna-
stuff around an amusement park too, right?
I don't want to cheapen it. Just throw stuff in a bag.
Sure.
You know, it's. I think it's nice when, or you know, the first supplier or whatever, or a single supplier or two, get recognized rather than buried in a page of
Sure.
logos.
Yeah.
And a supplier contacted us last year and indicated they'd be interested in doing it this year.
Cool.
And it's not even one we contacted last year, but
Oh, cool.
they heard about it, so
Proactive.
yeah. So
So we would say that PPAW is the most family-friendly association in at least the Midwest. Frank,
There you go.
thanks so much.
appreciate it. Thank you.
I
hope that works.
Yeah.